Do you like sweet, gooey, crispy pecan pie? It is so good. It is such a classic dessert. And it's also stop number 24 on my dessert tour of the United States, making all 50 state desserts. Let me know in the comments what state you think has pecan pie as the state dessert. And I will say there were a couple states in my research that claimed to have this as the state dessert. This is the one I'm dedicating it to. Let me know in the comments what you think. The full recipe is in the description if you would like to make this at home. And before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can join me every week for new recipes. Starting with the crust, we're gonna do it in a food processor. We've got all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, and a stick of cold unsalted butter cut into cubes, just pulsing about 10 times until the butter is broken up into various size pieces. This is gonna get 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. Yours may need 7, 6 to 7 is generally what this needs. Gonna blend it again just about 10 seconds and you'll see it's a bunch of pieces of dough. That's fine. It'll actually collect really nicely into a disc. Once it collects into a disc, we're gonna roll it out and drape it into a 9-inch pie pan and crimp and set aside in the fridge. Now we've got this filling going. We've got granulated sugar and corn syrup coming to a simmer on the stove. And in a separate bowl, we've got eggs and egg yolks that we're just gonna whisk to break up. And then once that sugar syrup is at a simmer, we're gonna gently pour it in a thin, steady stream while constantly whisking into the eggs to bring them gradually up in temperature. And then we're gonna go in with vanilla and softened butter. You could add in maple and bourbon at this point to really spice it up, but this version is just great on its own. So for the pie crust, we baked it at 375 for 15 minutes first with some foil and beans to weigh it down just to par bake it. That way it bakes all the way once the filling is all the way good to go. So after your pie crust is done par baking, I'm gonna go in with the pecans and the crust, just roughly chopped. It doesn't need to be perfect. And we're just gonna pour that gorgeous filling all throughout the pecans, making sure it's evenly spread around there. You wanna bake it at 350 for 65 to 70 minutes until totally set, then let cool all the way before you cut it, and it will be ooey and gooey and delicious. That lovely crisp, crunchy texture from the pecans, it's just amazing. Bada bing, bada boom, we got a pecan pie. I really am just gonna take a fork to this whole thing, because why not? It's great, it's fantastic, it's lovely, it's wonderful. That gooey filling, not overly sweet, but just sweet enough. Fantastic flavor. Pecans, you got the crisp. And if you guessed, this is the state dessert for Texas. So put on your cowboy hat and grab a slice of pecan pie. Once again, full recipe in the description, so make sure you go check that out if you would like to make it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.